Understanding the importance of chord tones is the first step to recognizing what an improvising bassist is supposed to be able to do. You see, every time you play an accompanying bass line or a solo, when you resolve your lines, either holding the notes longer than a quarter note or followed by a rest lasting longer than a quarter note, you must resolve to a chord tone for it to sound good over the chord you're playing over. I just got one of the first printed copies of my book, Chord Tone Sudoku, so you really need to check this out. This is really an excellent resource for learning and practicing chord tones, and it'll also help you to develop a practice regime enabling you to use chord tones in different ways. Learning the concepts presented in this book will enhance your ability to create new lines when you improvise over chord changes. There's a bunch of people out there that say just use shapes, or don't worry about the notes, just learn the intervals, or don't worry about the theory, just play from the heart. Here's the real deal. You've got to know it all. Shapes are important, but you have to be able to make the nexus between shapes, note names, note functions, and chord qualities. Now, as you can see from the book, there's these chord boxes presented, and you have to fill in all the empty spaces, which is a really great methodology for learning the note names for all the different chord types. There's also a written exercise for each one of the different chord qualities in the book as well. But what isn't in the book is showing you how to create a new exercise that you can play from the actual information that's inserted on these boxes. Stay with me. In the back of the book, I list all the answers for the chord tone Sudoku boxes. So let's take a look at the first box for the minor seventh chord. So if we see this, the first chord listed across is a C minor 7. And I'm going to play it like this, where I'm starting up here on my G string on the C, and I'm going C, E flat, G, B flat. Then the next chord is A, so I'm going to use some voice leading. I'm going to go from this B flat into the root of the A, and I'm going to go A, C, E, G. Continuing this voice leading concept, I'm going to go down a whole step to the F and play F, A flat, C, E flat. And then I'm going to move down a half step to the D and play D, F, A, C. Now, if you look at all the chords in the first box, we've got a C minor 7 going across on the top, A minor 7, F minor 7, and D minor 7. Then in the next box, it moves up to a C sharp minor 7. So what the cool thing is about this is that I can learn this shape here. And then just move that up a half step. But it can't just end there. You can't just go by shapes alone, or you're just wiggling your fingers over some geometrical pattern that you're really not going to understand how to use aside from just playing that. So what we need to do is we need to associate with the notes, but what's going to help you is you know what that shape is and you're covering 4 different chords. So you can also use the boxes in the book to kind of give you the direction with the names of the notes. So if I move here now to the C sharp, I'm going C sharp, E, G sharp, B. Then the next chord is B flat minor 7, B flat, D flat, F, A flat. Then the next chord's F sharp minor 7, F sharp, A, C sharp, E. And the next chord is E flat minor 7, which is E flat, G flat, B flat, D flat. You keep moving up. I've got this one here. With the next one, it goes to D. So we're moving. The first chord in each one of the things, we start with C minor, we move to C sharp, and now we're moving to D. So I've got D, F, A, C, then B, B, D, F sharp, A, then G, G, B flat, D, F, and then E, E, G, B, D. What's cool about this is that as we're moving up, we are each one of the chords within the box is moving up 1/2 step. So in other words, from the point of where I just was on the D minor 7, D minor 7, B minor 7, G minor 7, E minor 7. When I then move that up, I've got to remember that each one of those chords are moving up a half step, and it helps me to keep tabs on what the chords actually are. And it creates this connection between the shape and the actual notes in the chord. Notice how that time I just said the chord qualities. So you can break this up by, adding in the chord qualities, and then of course the note functions as well, which would be the root, flat 3, 5, flat 7, the root, flat 3, 5, flat 7, the root, flat 3, 5, flat 7, the root, flat 3, 5, flat 7. And because we're playing it with the different octave displacements, that will help as well to make a mental connection between your mind and your fingers to what you're actually playing. And again, going through the chord symbols as well. So we move up to the next box, we have the E flat. So we have E flat, G flat, B flat, D flat. Then I go to C, E flat, G, B flat. Then I go to A flat, C flat, E flat, G flat. And then I go to F, A flat, C, E flat. So this whole deal keeps moving up just incrementally by half step. So the next one's going to start on E. So I've got E, G, B, D, then C sharp, E, G sharp, B, then A, C, E, G, F sharp, A, C sharp, E. Okay, from E, that's going to move to F, right? So I've got F, A flat, C, E flat, then D, F, A, C. Then I've got B flat, D flat, F, A flat, and then I've got G, B flat, D, F. Then it goes to F sharp. So I've got F sharp, A, C sharp, E. Then I go E flat, G flat, B flat, D flat, then B, D, F sharp, A, and then A flat, C flat, E flat, and G flat. Then it goes to G, B flat, D, F. Then I go E, G, B, D, C, E flat, G, B flat, A, C, E, G. Then I go A flat, C flat, E flat, G flat, F, A flat, C, E flat, C sharp, E, G sharp, B flat, D flat, F, A flat. Then to A, C, E, G, F sharp, A, C sharp, E, D, F, A, C, B, D, F sharp, A, and then B flat, D flat, F, A flat, G, B flat, D, F, to E flat, G flat, B flat, D flat, C, E flat, G, B flat, then B, D, F sharp, A flat, C flat, E flat, G flat, E, G, B, D, C sharp, E, G sharp, B, and then I'm back home to the C, and I could do that back down. It's just a great exercise. Once I start really understanding what's under my fingers by saying all the note names and then the chord qualities, doing the same thing, but instead, like I demonstrated before, I go C minor 7, A minor 7, F minor 7, D minor 7, C sharp minor 7, B flat minor 7, F sharp minor 7, E flat minor 7, D minor 7, etc., etc., etc. Just going to do it like that. You're just playing through it up and down. You notice that once you kind of make all those connections make sense, what's really cool about that, if you notice, a lot of that I'm playing while looking into the camera, and I'm just feeling it because I know where I am through the shape is guiding me, and then I can feel which notes come next. This is paramount here, because we need to be able to relate this way to the bass. And this will also really help for reading music too, so you understand how to kind of where you're going, from where you're coming from and where you're going, you know the notes, and it just works like that. So you can look at the neck, but you know, by doing this, you'll begin to understand after you kind of learn it that this is very viable. After all is said and done, this just works out as a great warm-up exercise as well, where you're playing. It's just a nice exercise to play, and it's based on chord tones, which is great for the right hand. It's also great for the left hand, and it really puts everything into perspective. So again, what's really great about this idea is that I can learn these shapes, and then I can, along the way, I'm adding in the note names, I'm adding in the note functions, and I'm adding in the chord qualities. Now you go practice. Now, the bottom line here is that you have to learn to become comfortable thinking about multiple things at the same time when you're playing music. The trick is that it becomes an unconscious action when you're performing, because you're taking care of all the building blocks during your practice time. This is hard, so you have to stick with the process, and soon what you once thought was impossible will be something that will become an extension of your daily expression. If you're interested in becoming a better improvising bass player and learning great musical content from arpeggios to grooves, then subscribe to my channel now. If you like this video today, then be sure to support my channel by giving it a big thumbs up. And if you really like this video, then please check out my books, my membership website, and my Skype lessons. Until next time, practice smart, work hard, and play creatively.